Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening for those of you all who will see this later. We are here once again for the Wednesday webinar series with A Better Life Together's Bridge Project. The Bridge Project is a part of the Service Access and Equity Team funded by DDS. We work in partnership with the San Diego Regional Center, and we have, for more than a year now, been just reaching out to families of individuals with disabilities and the individuals themselves just to determine what their needs are, how we can connect them with services, supports, and just give them access by bridging the gap and getting them what they need. My name is Melissa Ramsey. Also joining us this morning is our project manager, Avon Pace. Y'all see her? We're so excited. This has been one of our most popular, our most popular Wednesday webinars. So excited to have Task here with us this morning. As you can already see from the slide and the screen share, Task has been helping families to navigate special education, disability services, assistive technologies, more specifically IEPs, 504s, assessments. They also provide assistive technology, augmentative and alternative communication, transition to adulthood. A lot of you all have asked about that, a part of the Bridge Project, disability services overall. They have workshops, they do IEP consultations, they have youth programs, and they also provide telephone support. They have 6 locations. I don't want to give all of the information that Louisa will likely be providing us very, very shortly. Again, I am super excited to have with us this morning Louisa Castillo, and I just want to do my pandemic clap because we've been doing this now ever since we started these webinars. So that means this hand doesn't touch this hand, and this is how we're clapping. So if you're on camera, if you're not on camera, we know that you're doing it. So welcome, Louisa. Again, we are so excited to have you this morning. I'm
Thank
going
you.
to go on and pass the Zoom mic.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So I'm happy to be here. My name is Luisa Maria Castillo, and I'm a family support specialist for Task. So I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with our organization. So this is going to be a presentation letting you know what we do, what we offer, and how you can contact us. Okay. So our mission is to help families navigate the special education system, to understand your rights, to have the information and be able to make informed decisions for your child. So you are more than anything going to be the advocate for your child, and in the future you want to teach your child those self-advocacy skills. So in turn you need the tools, to be able to do that. So when you call us here at Task, our mission is to really give you those tools. I know there can be ongoing situations, cases, they're always going to vary, but if you need just a call, just asking any question related to your child or special education, we can help you by that. If you need something more in depth, more a one-on-one, a review of your IEP document and help you by providing you options, we can do that. And we always offer ongoing education via our webinars. So we usually we did them in person, through workshops, but since the pandemic started, we have been doing these webinars. So Task is a nonprofit organization, meaning all of the services we offer are free to our families. We serve specifically the Ventura, Los Angeles, Orange, Riverside, San Diego, and now San Bernardino counties as well. In California, there's about 7 or 8 PTIs. So in every state, there should be at least one PTI. There's actually a website that is very handy when it comes to families coming from another state that need this similar information. We just go to parentcenterhub.com and they can access, any PTI in any state. I'll make sure to share it in the chat later. But yeah, so any questions that you have, if we can't answer them, we'll make sure to refer you to other agencies or provide you with resources that will give you that information or help you with your needs. So as we mentioned, our mission is to educate and empower people with disabilities and their families. So with this, it means that we're not attorneys, we're not advocates, so we cannot advise parents as to the nature of the child's disability. We don't recommend placements or therapies, but we will give you the information and provide you with your options so that you as a parent can make informed decisions. So here's a list of the different family support specialist services. So what we do here is provide phone-to-phone consultations. If you call our office, we'll do a brief intake with your information, your child's information. There's no prerequisites. You don't have to qualify for anything in order to get the assistance you need here at Task. So any question that you have, we can help you with that. We can send you information via email, resources, whatever it is that you're going through. If you feel that you need more in-depth information, like we said, more assistance, we can schedule a 1-hour IEP consultation, which is what we call. It can be through telephone, or right now it can be through Zoom, through Google Meet, anything that works best for you. And you usually can send us your IEP document beforehand so that we can go over it depending on the area that you want to focus on, and we can provide you with options. So, that can be documentation review. Now, sometimes there's families that need assistance with letter writing. Although I can't say we're going to do the letters for you, we provide you with the tools, with assessment, sample letters, and we can help you or support you by reviewing those letters before you send them to whoever it is, professionals or to the school district. So the importance is to help you be able to have the tools, like we mentioned, so that you're able to do this on your own, to learn how to do this. We know that it takes, a lot of time and experience to be able to get the hang of this, because it's something that it's going to be going on for years, so it's nice that once you know this, you can even share this with other families. And I'm going to be going over that, some of the support groups that we have here at Task that are great. But besides this, we also offer educational workshops. I'm going to be sharing a little bit more about those in the next slide. But these educational workshops take place every month. We offer at least 8 to 10 webinars every month on different topics. So you can just go into our website, taskca.org, under calendar, services and calendar, and you're going to see the different webinars that we have available for that month. You just register, you get the Zoom information via email, and you can log on. So in every webinar, we provide you with the PowerPoint slides or any additional information that you may need. These are recorded. So if you cannot attend one of these webinars and would like to see some previous webinars, that you maybe missed, we also have a YouTube channel just for our members so that you can go in, and listen in on any other webinar that you might be interested in if the times don't work for you. So information and resources, like I mentioned, that's what we want to provide to you. We want to make sure that you have the most recent and adequate information so that you can make informed decisions for your child. And community outreach, we like collaborating with our community. We have a lot of partnerships with different organizations in order to provide webinars to their families. So our webinars, like I mentioned, they can be public to every family, but if, let's say, Bridge Project just wanted certain webinars, we usually can do a partnership and say we're going to offer these webinars for the next 3-6 months every month, and they're going to be available to your families and other families if it's okay. But if you guys want it to be just, a support group, or private webinars, that's something that we can offer as well. So these include some of the webinars that we offer. Navigating special education. So the special education for us topics are very important, and they're going to be very common when you access our website. navigating IEPs. So it gives you an overview of what special education is, what federal laws, protect your child, what rights your child has, and how you can better, understand your IEP document. Sometimes we want to know more about how to request these assessments. How often can I request them? How do I know if it's an appropriate assessment? So we also offer the assessment process webinar, which is great. If students do not qualify for special education, there's another law, the Rehabilitation Act of, the Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act. So this is Section 504, which is only accommodations and modifications. How can this help my child when they're in school and when they're out of school? So there's just so much to learn and to know that certain laws will only apply until a student is in high school, and others will follow along for the rest of their life. We also have basic rights and responsibilities, which is more of a general overview of the different laws that involve special education. So we cover IDEA, we cover Section 504, Americans with Disabilities Act. So an overview of the different laws that will pertain, to your child eventually. And then we also offer webinars for youth, specifically for youth. So we have tips and tricks to get and keep a job. Another one that I don't have mentioning here, but I'm going to be sending a list later so that you guys they can share it with you guys, is tips and tricks to get and keep a job. So this type of workshop will help you help your child if they're already in that age where they want to search for a job. What are their options? How should they behave in an interview? Should they do an application? Should I disclose my disability right away? So there's this webinar that I love. It's called Disability Awareness and Self-Advocacy in the Workplace. Like I mentioned, it's not here, but it really gives you the sense as to how or why is it important to disclose my disability when I start working, or do I have to? So we're going to go over those type of laws and, how you can do it and when's the right moment to do it. So that's a really good workshop. It could either be geared towards youth or it can be geared towards parents. We also have bullying prevention, which is another hot topic. This one is more about what parents can do when their child is in a bullying situation. What is the process that they have to take and how can the school district, support that? Journey through adolescence is another great webinar that we offer. This is more for those students that are going through puberty. They're making those changes. It's those changes in their life. And now if they have a disability, how can they get the support they need to, for social skills, to acquire social skills, to help them with hygiene, even, sexuality, all of those things that come up. And it's like, how can parents help them and what tools are available so that I can help my child through those, through those times. We have transition to middle school. This is more about the IEP and transition. So for example, if my child reaches the age of 16, now they're going to have an ITP, an individualized transition plan that's going to be attached to their IEP. So how can I support my child when they're going to transition to either middle school or to high school? And how can the IEP support my child as well? So this is another very good webinar. Transition to adulthood, or more than anything, transition to post-secondary life. This will help, go over the different agencies that can be supportive to your child when they're out of high school. What's the next step? What do I do now? Who can I reach out to? So this is another great webinar. Besides from this one, we also have a series called Mapping Dreams, Transition to Independent Living, Transition to Employment, and Transition to Post-Secondary Life and Training. So there are 3 different webinars that are exclusive to those areas, which is they're also really good webinar that provide a lot of good information and resources for the families. So you can access the different webinars that we mentioned right now in our website with the description of what they cover. And like I said, we offer many of these, every month. And if there's something specific that you would like, we can also adapt it to your needs. Now, we also have a department, a tech department, assistive technology. So I'm a family support specialist, but we also have assistive technology resource specialist, which are going to be, helping you only in this area. They also provide workshops, ongoing workshops every month on different topics. And all of these are in both English and in Spanish. Okay, there's lab appointments that they can provide to you, consultations, there's different support groups that they have as well for youth and for parents. And they usually partner up with other agencies, when there's grants available. So there's just a lot of information that they can help you. I would suggest that if you want something more specific, you reach out to the Brea department which is our main office, and that's where you're going to get a hold of our AT specialist, and they can further assist you. But you can access our calendar, and these are some of the amazing webinars that they provide. So many. Apptastic Adventures, so they go over different apps, educational apps for special education, apps for students with special needs, apps for early learning, for middle school, high school, or college, specific for autism and other disabilities, tools for transition, sometimes, assistive technology that is at no cost, different ideas that can help your child at a lower cost, reading and writing solutions, tips and tricks. So there's just so many different webinars, that you can access and that are great, a lot of good information. So I would suggest that if you have any questions, that you would want specifically for assistive technology, that you contact our office, and they will be happy to help you. So we have different locations. Brea is our main office at the moment, and that's where usually everyone is calling right now because of the pandemic. Since we're working from home, all calls are being directed to the Brea office. Now, if you're in LA County, Alhambra is also open. So you can call the Alhambra office, or you can call the Brea office, and your call is going to be transferred to one of our family support specialists, and they'll assist you with any of the questions that you have. But yeah, this is what our services consist of. We can leave it up to questions. If you guys have any specific questions that we want to cover, we can do that.
I did see 3 in the chat so far. Miss Kitty was asking about Imperial. Is that Imperial County?
Yes.
You do serve Imperial?
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. And we had another question. If a parent needed it, do you all also attend IEP meetings?
No, so we don't attend IEP meetings because we're not considered we're not advocates, but they don't allow us, our grant doesn't allow us. Like I said, we can meet with the parent prior to an IEP meeting. Okay. And give them an IEP consultation to go over information, or it can be after an IEP meeting.
Okay.
We don't attend.
And we also had a comment. Someone is interested, Escanio is interested in toddler tech.
Nice. Okay. So what I would do is you can go to our website, into our calendar, and see if that's going to be given anytime soon. And if it isn't, I would consider you calling our office and speaking to an AT specialist. Let them know that you're interested in that topic. If it's something that they're going to give soon, they'll let you know. And if not, they can definitely send you information on that, so you don't have to wait. So they can give you, any resources that you may need for that need.
Well, I think this was awesome. This is really revealed more that you all do, more that you all assist with. I am wondering if we could have someone from assistive technology or the tech side of things come back and share. And not necessarily an overview, but I'm not sure if they would do the webinar at a 10 a.m. time, but that would be awesome. But yes, this is super exciting. what we do is every Wednesday, we have these at 10 a.m. By Friday in the afternoon, because someone just asked about a presentation being emailed. We post the video replay on our YouTube. We also post it on our website. We have a video replay page. I can share that again in the chat. But every Friday after the webinar, it's available on our YouTube. It is also available on our video replay page. So it's just a betterlifetogether.org/video replays. And there's also handouts, slides. I'm going to go on and link the flyer up above. And then just some of the things that we learned today as far as the additional services, classes, things that TASK does. I'll be putting that into a blog post and also sharing a link to their calendar so that you can click and get to it quickly to register for those webinars. That the transition classes, the ITPs, I made so many notes in this short time. But that is wonderful. The assistance with letter writing, we get a lot of requests for that. We get a ton of people wondering how to navigate the process of applying for jobs. So I think that the youth webinars for either the parents or the youth themselves is going to be super, super beneficial for a lot of families. This was a very power-packed 24 minutes. I'm wondering if anyone has any further questions. If you want to type them in the chat, you can also just feel free to pop on and unmute. Going once. Going twice.
Hi, my name's Kitty. I work at Imperial County. So thank you so much for being here too. We have a lot of need here and a lot of folks will benefit. I don't know if there's anybody else from Imperial on this, but are the parents mostly of young children? Because I've been attending through Zoom with Debbie Marshall from
Yes, I know Debbie Marshall.
She and Miss Marissa, I can't think of Marissa's last name, but they're just amazing hosts and it's not for children. It's not like it's an adult thing. It's like 19 and above.
Yeah.
But geared towards self-advocacy and self-awareness, amazing Zoom times. In fact, one's going on right now. I was like, right now it's on health and wellness. They have preparing for emergencies, and I've attended 3 different series, and each time, because there's different people that ask the questions, and it's and then another is cooking. It's all on Zoom, and so different people have taken turns cooking and demonstrating, and everybody comes together of saying of the adults with different special needs of all different types. So and then on Wednesday afternoons they have movies that are geared to folks with special needs, and then people have this conversation. It's wonderful, and I'm just I get goosebumps just thinking about it. And they're wonderful hosts. They're very much advocates for, and anybody can jump on it. It doesn't have to just be Imperial or San Diego. There's somebody in Virginia that comes. So I didn't know if the parents here that are up for with adults knew about that they could
Yeah, Debbie Marshall is amazing, and I've worked with her in the past. They do parent conferences every year in Imperial County. So we've been able to partner with them and provide webinars for them as well. So yeah, that's a great resource for the families in Imperial County. They do ongoing webinars, every month almost. So that is, and right now it's for us, it's more by request. If an organization wanted a webinar from us, we can schedule it. But since it's through Zoom, everybody's anybody can join us. Any county can join. So really, that's the nice thing about all of this, bad situation, is that now there's more access to families in different areas. Yeah, thanks for sharing that.
Thank you so much for doing this.
I was also going to share with Kitty the afternoon at the movies that they do, and then the cooking classes. We do share those very often. If you follow the hashtag ABLT Inc. or ABLT Resources, we share those on our Facebook. We'll actually be including a lot of resources from other agencies and their ongoing events. That'll be shared in our newsletter. If you're not signed up for our newsletter, we will often call out whether it's task, whether it's humanity, whether it's access to independence, whether it's like the special education attorney that we just had on. We will call out their different webinars and just make sure that the community knows everything that's available, because a lot of folks don't know about these organizations. They're just getting started. When I was just getting started 16 years ago, I had no idea where to go, where the parent support groups were, what I needed to do to get him from 5th grade to 6th grade for middle school, what that was even going to look like. I didn't know what a functional behavioral assessment letter was. Someone had to share a template with me. And it's organizations like Task, like ours with the Bridge Project, all of these organizations are here to do those things, but we just have to share the information. So as much as possible, and I encourage you, Louisa, if anyone has anything that they want me to push out to the newsletter, I can put it right on the bottom of our reminders. I do not mind doing that, because walking this journey as a parent myself, every little bit helps. It could be said, the same thing could be said, but just said a different way. And then a light bulb comes on, and it makes all the difference for your child. So I think that that's super important. Hi, Miss Claudia. Miss Claudia has a comment. That was a perfect share. I joined so many webinars in different counties. Yes, she does. Cities, states, etc. And everyone is always welcoming. Thank you all. Thank you to all who've worked in our disabled community. That's what we're here to do. I cannot say enough how difficult it is. I mean, you had said something very important, Louisa. Once you have these tools, you're going to be using them for a while. And then you can share with other parents. You're going to run across somebody who's just getting started, or they might have had the same or having the same issue that you have had. And that's how the information gets shared. That's how we all get empowered to advocate for our children. And I think it's super important to continue to do these. And I would have you all back as many times as I possibly can. I think Miss Claudia has her hand raised.
Hi, Melissa. How are you?
Hi.
I just wanted to say thank you, because it's been wonderful, and it's allowed me to share with other people. Yesterday we were doing a webinar with help for the applications for the services that they're doing for the evictions, and there was a mom who asked a question about the disabilities and being evicted and so forth, and I messaged her directly on the chat and gave her information that I had with attorneys who are pro bono and everything. And she was just like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And I learned all of this through all these webinars that I watch and listen to.
Yeah.
So it's helped, because it is getting across to so many people. So again, I want to thank you, but I also have a question.
Mm-hmm.
My younger son, like she was saying earlier, is going through puberty and changed during this time. He's in high school now. He's just had so many issues, but the biggest issue is the puberty. And trying to find somewhere or someone to help with that kind of behavior and what to do with it. It's been a little difficult finding people. So if you guys know of anybody or a service or a webinar or something, or maybe it's something that you guys could come up with, because I don't know how to explain certain things to him.
Yeah.
Claudia, right now that you mentioned that, I did mention a webinar that we provide. It's called Journey Through Adolescence.
Yeah.
So I really, if you can call our office, you can ask for me or any FSS. We can definitely provide you with that information. See if we're going to be offering it soon, but if not, I can send you a handout that has been very helpful, with for families. Remember, you can, the IEP team, if you share these concerns with the IEP team, they should implement goals, for your son and work towards them. So there's a lot of things that they can do. So what I can do is send you a packet with different tools that parents can use so that your child can develop these skills, and how to go about them. So reach out.
I'm going to message you right now, my email and my phone number. And I did mention this during his IEP, and they said that they don't do any services like that.
That's always a real red flag when somebody says we don't do ...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's always a red flag. That's not how it is supposed to be. I don't think that that's ever how in any of these situations you should begin a sentence. And I just wonder what it's gonna take to stop doing that.
Exactly. There's a lot of things that they can say, but have them put it in writing, for you. So
you know what? Yeah, because they denied him everything, and it's a hassle. But I haven't signed the IEP because I'm trying to still finish reading it. And it was just horrible because they denied literally everything. He didn't do school this whole pretty much 80% of the time, and it's been difficult. But I'm trying, and I got advocates who are helping me with all of that. So hopefully something will come out of this.
Yes, there will.
Yes, there. Yeah.
I'm gonna write down your name, Claudia. But in our organization, I did want to mention we usually do, since there's a lot of parents that are constantly calling, and they do it by whoever calls first, and they'll assign it. If you can call, I'll still have your information here, but if you can call so that we can do that intake process, can you please do so? That would be easier for us.
Yes, I will. And if you can send me the link to the journey thing that you're telling me about.
Just call our office. You can ask for Luisa. My name, Luisa Castillo, and they'll refer you to me. They'll assign your case to me, and I can help you directly.
Great. Thank you so much.
And I'm just reposting it again, that number to the Brea office with Luisa's name. I don't want to miss anyone else. Does anyone have any other questions or any other comments?
Mine's not really a question. It's more, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I also have a client who is going through puberty and actually just spoke to the parents yesterday, and we're trying to get them the services for that. So I was wondering if I could also get that package so I could go ahead and forward it to the parents, see what they could do to help the kid out, because he is going through puberty as well. And it's a lot of he's a lot touching himself, trying to kind of also touches other people inappropriately in public. So we're trying to get as much help to the parent to see what they could do as well.
Yes, of course. If you can also call the number and ask for me, that way your name is referred to me and I can contact you and provide you with that information.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Escanio has asked if there is a workshop on SSI. I do want you to know we did have Disability Rights, Office of Clients' Rights Services come on a couple months back. They are actually returning to do a specific webinar on SSI appeals and also alternatives to conservatorship. It's going to be 2 separate ones. But I want you all to know that that's coming up, and it's likely coming up in November. We just talked with, can I write the organization's name? Escanio, what I'd like for you to do, can you message me? If you click in the chat and then just scroll to my name, Melissa Ramsey, what I can do is put you in touch with our contact at Disability Rights California. They are real attorneys. They have several on staff. They assist with the appeal writing process. We've had families who, maybe missed their appeal date due to having COVID, the entire family. And they assisted with the process of writing the letter, gathering the documents to prove from the doctor, their test results. They did all of that. And then I still work in tandem with Disability Rights California to make sure that they are moving along in the process. It is cumbersome. It is a lot. I've also, walked that path for my Kindle as well, and still in the process. So most definitely, I see your information here. I'm going to give you a call here shortly and share that information. But also, if anyone wants to go back to any of the past speakers that we've had a civil rights attorney, but specializes in special education, but covers all disabilities. We just had CSA San Diego County that talked about housing, protected classes when it comes to discrimination in housing. He's actually coming back on November 17th. A lot of these are already on our events page. I do encourage you to join our mailing list. I don't send a lot of fluff. I don't send a lot of unnecessary things. I send you what you need when they post that they're doing security deposit assistance. If you all need that link, it's on our Facebook page. If it's on our Twitter. If you want me to send it to you directly, I'm going to give us a few more minutes because we still have about 20 more minutes. We're normally 10 to 11, but feel free to send me your information. If you need the security deposit assistance, the county's doing up to $7,000. Whenever that comes down, before it gets posted anywhere, when they've been doing the rental assistance, we get those emails first, and I'm sure a lot of organizations do. So let me write you all's phone numbers, emails as they're coming in. But literally, if there is any question you have, can you help me find XYZ? I've helped people find bicycles. I've helped people find wheelchairs. I've helped people find beds, diapers, just about anything you need, I can help you find. There's organizations that provide art classes for our kiddos, but they will also, if you go to that art class, give you a gift card for a month's worth of groceries. There's PPE that organization distributes, and they do a emergency preparedness class, and they will also give you a gift card for a month's worth of groceries. Low cost, no cost internet. Gosh, there's so many things that I see, and I just encourage you all, anyone, any organization that you see, tune in, sign up for their newsletter, go on to TASK website, give TASK a call, sign up, go look on their calendar, get their notifications. That's how we can circulate this information in our community. I'm going to share it and post it and send it to you all directly. But that's how we get the tools we need to advocate for ourselves. If you Here, I'm going to do this just right now because I see a lot of you all are interested in the bear with me just 1 second. I can't walk and chew gum. So this $7,000 security deposit assistance program opened on September 3rd. This is going to take you to the site that tells you the family size and where you must fall at or below the 120% median income according to your family size, but it's all on this page. I'm going to post that there. Give you all a second to copy that. There's also HUD home buying certification classes where they help you to get your credit together. They help you prepare to buy a home versus rent if that's what you're wanting to do. But there's just a lot of resources out there, and a lot of times the organizations are so busy finding and getting those resources. It's up to us all to share it and circulate it because we're busy just trying to find them. So I definitely sign up on our website. If you go on abetterlifetogether.org, subscribe, send us a chat. I will answer the chat. I get notifications to both phones. And go on to taskca.org, visit their calendar. Those webinars, I'm going to be on those webinars for Kendall. Kendall is ready to work. He's ready to drive. He's getting ready to go to college in a second. And I need to be ready for that phase of the journey. I mean, I'm doing this right along with you all. So, thank you for subscribing. Make sure you taskca.org. I'm going to type it one more time. Take a look at their calendar, and you'll probably see me on too.
We'll be happy to have you on.
All right. This has been a real blessing. I know just as I share information with you all, I can speak about Claudia and so many other parents that are on here. Y'all have been a blessing to me. Louisa, this is shared a lot of information that I'm personally interested in and interested in sharing with more bridge families who I know registered, but they're working or working remotely with their kiddos right now, so they could not. So I'm excited for your upcoming webinars. I definitely want to have you back, the tech back, and one of those youth webinars may be special for us. Okay, I'm just not putting you on the spot, but I'm just putting it out there. But I thank you all so much, everyone who's on this morning. I want y'all to have a blessed rest of the day. Can we do one more pandemic COVID hand clap for Louisa? This one, don't touch this one. Hey, everybody's doing it that I could. Yay.
Thank you all so much.
We'll see you all next time. Again, y'all have a blessed rest of the day.
Same to you.
Bye-bye.